It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Indiana Pacers at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Taking a look at the Pacers, they've won 8 of their last 10, looking really strong. They've got to be pleased.
On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Orlando Magic are ready for this thing to get started. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And it goes without saying, with Vucevic back in good health, they are extremely excited to have him in the lineup.
Yeah, everybody's glad to see him back out there. It was surprising to me to see just how well they were able to cope with his injury. A lot of guys stepped up in his absence, and they hardly missed a beat.
Yeah, and their confidence has to increase considering how well they played during that time. But now that you're adding him back into the mix and they are poised to take another step forward, you have to be careful with complacency.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Oladipo and Harris are the wings. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. And it's Houdini in at the point guard position. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Hill. And oh, here we go with Hill. Nobody back. There's the bucket. Good. Ellis has got his first bucket in this one.
Fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that one off the steal.
Exactly. The defense really no chance to get back.
Here's Houdini. He picked up 33 points in their last win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And was a force on the defensive side as well. 4 steals over the course of that game. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
The free throw off from Houdini. Ellis kicks to George, and it's blocked by Gordon. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Houdini. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. That's good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Grizzlies of Memphis.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard. Probably their weakest area in that game.
Well, they weren't doing their work early. They weren't carving out space for themselves under the glass. And guys just weren't working hard enough in my estimation.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Gordon with a screen on Hill. Houdini passes to Gordon. Stolen by George. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Here's Houdini. Harris, right side. From 11 feet away. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Nice job there to shake free of the defense and then drain the J.
For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Allen, a screen on Harris. And George, here we go. And he makes good on the layup.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Here's Houdini. Kicks it out to Gordon. There's the dish to Oladipo. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second clock. And let's take a second to view a list of shooting guards who have been very dependable offensively this season. These 2 guards are the most accurate in the league. Number 5, Monte Ellis.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And not only can they light it up from the perimeter, Greg, but they get their buckets getting to the rim as well. I mean, aggressive moves to the basket are always going to help your shooting percentage. You got to get some easy ones to shoot a high percentage.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
And George, here we go. Can't get it to go.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Vucevic, a screen on Hill. Houdini passes to Vucevic. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Vucevic has got his second bucket tonight.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Now here's Ellis. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Memphis.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark. And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. First in assists, first in steals, and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And I think we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. I mean, he maximizes every possession and just shreds defenses.
And Indiana making a change here. Sanders is checked in.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
And Indiana making a change here. Turner's checked in. Both free throws good from Houdini. So it's the Pacers now. Their last encounter was in Orlando, where they were able to handle the Magic.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
Magic have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Vucevic is screen on Ellis. And it's Payne in the corner. Another miss by Orlando. Indiana leading. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. They managed to get a win in their last contest against this squad, but he's far from complacent, fellas. He said, we know we're facing a dynamite offense. We were fortunate to get a win last time around, but we need to approach this game with the same discipline and attention to detail. This is a game where everyone has to devour that scouting report and try to minimize our mistakes. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. That's a potent offense they're up against right now, and they know it.
Yeah, and that's why they've got to be ultra focused at the defensive end right from the tip.
And I have no doubts that they will be. As bluntly as Coach put it to Doris, I'm sure he was even more blunt when he was talking to his guys.
Here's Azania. He's coming off a 13-point game against Toronto. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And so here's Orlando. Following the score by Indiana. Here's Houdini. And it's Vucevic in the corner. He dishes it to Payne. From the arc. It's rebounded by Indiana. Stuckey outside. Hill sets the screen for Stuckey. Clock at 6. Fires from deep. And it's Hill. That time the assist by Stuckey. Hill's got 5 now.
Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
A minute 42 left in the first. Here's Houdini. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Indiana leading by 8. Here's Hill. Here's Stuckey. Johnson with the block. Here's Houdini. Drills it from outside. He's got 7.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple.
Payton is checked in for the match.
Throw down inside, run some pick and roll shots.
Here's Ellis. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. We've got Allen. Ellis is out there with Rodney Stuckey. Then it's Paul George, and it's Hill in at the 5. Home in the paint. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now here's Ellis. 3-point lead. Good. Ellis has got 6.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Here's the screen. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Feeds to Gordon. Orlando moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Houdini passes to Harris. Releases. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Ellis dishes to Stuckey. Pass to Allen. Hill sets the screen for Allen. Passes it to Ellis. Five to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Stuckey. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Stuckey's got his first points in this one. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against the Raptors in Toronto.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. Seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
The bombs were really falling, weren't they? I mean, great shooting, especially when you consider it was on the road.
Now here's Stuckey. He's coming off a 10-point game against Memphis. Shots good by Ellis.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
The shot's good from Houdini.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Stuckey into the lane. The 19-foot shot. And Monte Ellis again. Ellis has got 10 points in the game.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Here's Houdini. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Gordon. Paul George grabs the miss. Indiana leading by 7. Stuckey into the lane. Baseline J on the way. Some solid defensive work there from Houdini. Orlando, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Take a look at the Magic. The season well underway, and they've been solid. In 3rd right now. And, of course, the Indiana Pacers. They're 4th in the conference.
And seeing where Indiana is, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
I was one of those who was thinking that thought, that they would take a big leap. It's still not too late. No better place to get right and tight than at the postseason.
They swipe it. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Look at the night for Houdini. He's got 11 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
The Magic making a switch here. Watson's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe.
Hitting your free throws is a good way to get back into it. It stops the clock and extends the game. I mean, you want to take advantage of that situation. And they're shooting much better from the line here in the second quarter. So far, they haven't missed one.
And the basket by Hill.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Houdini. He's got 13. And Allen with the block. Now here's Stuckey. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, freak in the last matchup against the Raptors, delivered quite a performance. He dropped a cool 33 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming to the court are your Pacers.
Some teams live and die by the three. Let's check out the best. Number one, the Magic.
You know, unlike some of the other team statistics, there are a few key guys who have helped get them to the top of the leaderboard more than other teams. I mean, this is an outstanding three-point shooting team. They take advantage of their strengths by getting good looks from behind the arc.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Turner's checked in for Hill. Sanders comes in for Lavoy Allen. Hill, he's checked in for Monte Ellis. And it's Hill in for Rodney Stuckey. Here's Houdini. 13 points in the game. Sanders with the double team. Shot from free throw range, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Now it's just a three-point Pacer lead, and let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over that break, I listened in on what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. He touched on his desire to see them make heavy use of the pick and roll for the rest of the game. Keep setting those screens, fellas. Those were his exact words. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thanks again, Doris. And so he hits the technical free throw. So for the Magic, Johnson comes in for Aaron Gordon, and it's Payne in for C.J. Watson. Here's Houdini. He's guarded by Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Dishes it to Johnson. Offline with his three.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Turner with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. And he gets it to go.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Picked by Vucevic. There's the pass to Hazania. The Magic again can't hit.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Houdini. And George, here we go. Tries yet again, and it's good on the way in. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Houdini, and the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't.
So we've reached the end.
Well, the offense has obviously been a struggle. What do you think you can do better to make up ground on them?
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the approach of that first half was an aggressive one. Take it to the teeth of the defense, put them on the heels, and you're either going to score or get to the line.
And mostly he's been getting to the line, guys. I mean, he has the free throw total to show for it, as well as the bumps and bruises.
And so in the game for the Magic, Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Oladipo and Harris are the wings, and it's Houdini in at the 1 spot. Indiana leading by 5. Hill with it. Ellis outside. Hill, a screen on Oladipo. Ellis kicks to Hill. Here's Allen, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Now, here's Oladipo. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Houdini passes to Vucevic. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Knocked away. He's got a clear path. Here's Houdini.
Woo. Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Here's George following the bucket by Orlando. Here's Hill. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Here's Gordon. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Hill sets the screen for Hill. The feed to Hill. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 4th assist in this one.
I can't believe defenders are not aware. They cannot allow him that position.
Yeah, you're right about that, Greg. He's put a no trespassing allowed on that spot of the floor. It's all his.
Now, here's Oladipo. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Good.
And a blazing start to the second half. They've hit all 5 shots. Let's see where the Pacers are, Kevin, in terms of the NBA rankings right now. 4th in steals, 7th in blocks. And they are in the top 10 in field goal percentage. This is a team that shows excellent discipline at the offensive end.
And that ranking in the steals category, airtight perimeter defense, is one of the things that makes this team go. Their aggressiveness, for me, sets them apart.
Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Hill. And the basket by Harris.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
Boy, you can actually feel it. It's palpable. The energy level on both sides has really gone up a bunch.
Now here's Ellis. He's got 10. And George kicks to Hill. Screen by Ellis. Stuckey into the lane. Pass to George. Can't hit. Gordon with the defensive effort.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Gordon with a screen on Ellis. Here's Houdini. He's got 18. And that one is stuck right through.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And the shot is good from Stuckey.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
The Magic have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the field here in the third, coming out of the break very hot. Here's Houdini, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Rodney Stuckey.
Nice work to get it inside and to draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Indiana making some changes. Turner comes in for Jordan Hill. And Sanders subbed in for Allen. Payne, he's checked in for Orlando.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Now, here's George. 11 points in the game. Fires from the line. Again, Indiana. This game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one.
Here's Houdini. Paul George making his last shot. In the corner, it's Harris. Lets the three fly. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
And that one's good.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
Here's George, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
George having a fantastic game. 13 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done,
Indiana leading by 4. Hill is out there with Ellis. Then there's Hill. Then there's Lavoy Allen. And it's George in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. On the wing, George. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got his 3rd assist on the night.
and tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Pacers.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Oladipo outside. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Houdini down low. Here's Gordon, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one, although if he missed it, I might have.
Shot clock at 6. And George gets it to go. George has got 19 points.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Kicks to Oladipo. Here's Hazanya, and he lays it straight in. Hazanya's got it all tied up now for the Magic.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
Oladipo against Ellis. On the wing, George. Can he keep it going? They get it back. Allen. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. And the Pacers lead by 2.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Pass to Hazanya. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Houdini. He's guarded by Hill. Houdini passes it to Hazanya. Wide open. And good. He nails it. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Now here is Hill. He's covered closely. Outside, George. Outside, Hill. To the paint. Here's Allen. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without foul.
Vucevic checked in for Hazanya. And Allen drops them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Ellis outside. Three-pointer. The shot, no good.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Gordon with a screen on Hill. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Magic.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Here's Houdini. He's guarded by Hill. Here's Houdini. He feeds it to Vucevic, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Magic lead by 3.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
George against Harris. Shot clock at 6. Hill has the open look. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look. Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Sanders checked in for Indiana. And a switcher also for Orlando. Haynes checked in. And then Gordon with the dunk.
He gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee.
George sets a screen for Allen. Now George. And he lays it straight in. George has got 6 in the quarter. Magic leading by 3. Here's Houdini. He kicks to Vucevic. Excellent D there from Allen.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things their way, no doubt. They've been winning on the backcourt. And you know they wanted that one to go down.
They sure did. Would have loved to tie it up right there.
2 minutes.
Here's Houdini. He's guarded by Hill. It's stolen by Hill. And it's Ellis, top of the key. George against Gordon. A baseline J. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
At the line for your Pacers.
No luck that time either.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Pacers trail by 3. Ellis dishes to Hill. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Shooting.
That's the first, and that brings them within 2.
At the bottom 2.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
They'd have loved to cut it to 1 there. But they're still in decent shape if they can get a stop.
They set the pick. Back to Gordon. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. The message, stick with it. He said the game is right there, fellas, right there for the taking. But we've got to play with purpose and precision. Kevin, can they get it done?
The drive by Hill. That is good. And that bucket ignites the crowd.
Crucial bucket there, and you hear it in their reaction.
And the emotions of these fans right now boiling over after that shot.
Inside, Vucevic. Yes!
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. George against Harris. George passes to Allen. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. Vucevic to the pass to who defended that jam. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
It's stolen by Harris, and they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Shooting for Indiana. Freak. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Allen. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And that's an intentional foul.
Jordan Hill. That's his 4th personal foul. 5th team foul. At the line for the Pacers. Freak.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. The dish to Ellis. And Hill has it in the corner. From outside the arc, can't get it to fall. And so it's Orlando winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know.
Well, certainly a nice win here in this one for you. What's it going to take for you guys to keep playing at this level moving forward?
It's going to take a lot more of me with the ball, that's for sure. It's easy to see how much better we are when I'm initiating things on the floor. I expect to be relied on heavily the rest of the way.
Kevin?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
It's not too often you see a guy crack 15 assists in a game. That's how in tune he was. Just great anticipation, great understanding of every defense that they threw at him. Exactly the kind of game a team wants from its point guard.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal,